Hi, it's Amanda again. Welcome back to week 1, day 2's workout of Strive to Thrive. Today's focusing on a little bit more of dynamic balance, which just means adding more movement to our balance exercises. We'll do a combination of some seated and standing balance exercises today, so you'll need to make sure to have a chair nearby, as well as just some room to move. We're going to start out with our warm-up again, seated, and then we'll get going with our exercises. So let's have a seat and start warming up our muscles, starting with our marching. So just picking up one leg and then the other. So remember to sit up nice and tall as you're doing these warm-up exercises. And then from this position, you're going to do your toe taps forward, alternating which toe you're tapping with, and then add in some chest presses. Going at your own pace. And then from this position, you're going into those heel taps. So now just tapping the heels down on the floor with your toes up. And this time adding in some arm curls with each toe or heel tap out. This time, I want you to sit forward on your chair a little bit, especially if you have armrests. You want your legs to be able to move freely side to side. And we're going into our 4-count wide marching. So just as a reminder, you're going to be sitting up tall. We're going to start with the right leg, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, out, and 4 in. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're leading with that right leg. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's lead with the left leg. Out, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep working with that. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome job. Okay, now we're going to warm up our upper body a little bit more with some arm circles. So bring those arms out to the side, relax the shoulders, and we're going to start with some small forward arm circles. And then get a little bit bigger and do some big forward arm circles. Great, switch directions. Start small, get a little bit bigger, and go into some big arm circles backwards. And finally, you're going to sit up tall, open up the arms, and give yourself a hug, alternating which arm is on top each time. And relax. Okay, shake it out a little if you need to. Now we're going to go into our seated dynamic balance exercises first, which just means our exercises working on balance that are now incorporating more movement today. So I do want you to sit a little bit on the edge of your chair. Make sure the chair is stable, your feet are flat on the floor, you're sitting up nice and tall. We're just going to work on some trunk movement. So this is actually going to be activating our core muscles to help strengthen our core while also working on balance in a seated position. So I want you to pretend you're holding maybe a small ball out in your hands. You're going to relax your shoulders down, bring your arms straight out, feet are flat on the floor, about hip width apart. And to start, all you're going to do is sitting up tall, lean slightly forward, and come back to center. So let's just work on this movement here. Small movements, just lean forward and back. Keep those hands out. You can even hold something for the reels if you would like, but you don't have to. Keep those feet flat on the floor. Feel how your weight shifts in your feet even though we're seated throughout the entire motion. Awesome job. Relax those arms. Now that we've gone forward, we're actually going to go back while we do this. So with this one, it may require a little bit more core activation from those abdominal muscles, but all you're going to do is still with the arms out, you're just going to lean slightly back and come forward. So I don't want you to actually lean back on the back of the chair. You're just going to do slight movements back and to center. So let's give it a try. Lean back and come back to our starting position. We're sitting tall the entire time. Doesn't have to be fast motions, you're just slow and controlled. You're remembering to breathe, you're not holding your breath. If this is too challenging, go for smaller motions where you just barely lean back and then come forward. Give me one more. And relax. Awesome job with that one. Now we're going to add in a little bit of side movement. Our first one is just going to be swaying from one side to the other. So I want you to have your shoulders down and back, you're sitting tall, hands are just kind of relaxed on your legs. All you're going to do is just basically rock back and forth from one side to the other while keeping your feet planted and your hips planted on the chair as well. So it's just slight movements in your upper body. Let's give it a try. Just working on that feeling of moving side to side. We're in control. We're also strengthening our obliques on the side of our abdominal muscles. Your feet are staying planted, your hips are planted on the chair. And let's bring it back to center and relax. Awesome job with that one. Now we're going to take it another step up. This time we're doing forward diagonals. So you're going to have your hands out again like you're holding something. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. Shoulders relaxed. This time your arms are forward. You're going to lean slightly to the right with those hands and come forward to the right and then back to center. You don't need to come back to the center each time with your hands. You can keep them slightly to the right, and we're just going to do slight movements out to the right and back to center. Let's begin. So while you're shifting forward, you'll probably feel that the weight shifts a little bit more on that right leg, but this is all about being aware of how the weight feels as you shift to one side. If your arms do get tired, you can always bring them down and just focus on shifting your body with your arms down at your side. Last one, and relax. Okay, your feet are still hip width apart. Just make sure you're not trying to cheat and bring your feet closer or wider, anything like that. Now we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So bring the hands out, turn slightly to the left, and let's begin. Lean, back to center. This time, now the weight is probably shifting more on that left foot as you lean forward. Don't forget to breathe still. Sometimes we forget to breathe. And relax. Awesome job with that one. Hopefully now you're getting the idea of kind of what we're going for here. This time we're doing one more seated exercise that's a little different but similar to what we've been doing, and we're actually going to be going at a diagonal and backward movement. So you're going to take that invisible ball, you're going to turn to the right once more, and this time you're going to lean back towards the left and come to center. Back to the left and center, only leaning back as far as you're comfortable. Let's give it a shot. Lean back and come up to center. You should feel it working in your torso and those abdominal muscles. That's a good sign. Your shoulders may be burning a little bit as well. And you're just being aware of how your feet feel as you shift your weight back and then to center. And relax. Okay, same thing, other side now. Bring those arms up, turn to the left, and let's begin. Lean back to the right and back to center. We're not going all the way forward, we're just doing back into our starting position. Keep working here. A little bit longer. And relax. Awesome job there. Now that we've kind of done some moving around while seated, we're going to take it up to a standing position and do some standing dynamic exercises for balance. So you can go ahead and stand up. You can get either behind your chair or to the side of your chair, whatever feels comfortable. Again, that chair is there to help you, support you, whatever you may need. So I want you to feel comfortable as we're doing these exercises. Okay, our first exercise, we're just going to be marching in place. So we're standing up tall, good posture. Again, chest out, shoulders down and back, looking straight ahead. And you're just going to be marching. Okay, so let's try that. You can do a little bit of an arm swing here. You don't have to pick up your feet too high. We're just marching in place. What you should notice is that weight shift from one side to the other, which is what we were just doing in our chair. Okay, you can stop. Next up, I want your feet to be about hip width apart. This time you're going to sway from one side to the other while keeping your feet planted. So you're standing tall, you're going to lean to one side and lean to the other side. It's going to feel a little bit awkward with those feet planted. That's what we want. We want our bodies to be working on our balance. So if you'd like to be behind your chair just for a little support, you can do that. Otherwise, you're here, you're standing tall, and let's practice. So sway to one side and then the other side. You're standing up tall the entire time. You're not letting your heels come up as you lean to one side. This is all about control. Make sure you don't start to slouch forward either. Keep that chest out, shoulders down and back. Just a little bit longer here. And relax. Awesome job with that one. It's kind of a relaxing move, which is a little bit nice. Or maybe it's not, but it helps you improve your balance. Okay, the next one we're going to do is it's going to be a weight shift to the right leg. You're going to come up on your left toe and then pick your left foot up, bring it down, weight shift to the left, up on your right toe, and bring up your right leg. Okay, so we're just going to alternate sides. We'll walk through it slow. It's not a fast thing. It's all about slow and controlled. So let's go ahead and begin. Shift your weight to your right, come up on your left toes, bring your left foot up as high as you're comfortable, left foot down, weight shift to the left, up on the right toes, right foot up, right foot down, weight shift to the right. Left toes, foot up, left foot down, weight shift to the left, up on the right toes, right foot up, right foot down, weight shift to the right. One more time on each side. Left toes, left foot up, left foot down, weight shift. Last one. Right toes, right foot up, right foot down, and back to center. Talk about a brain exercise too. Now all we're going to do are some heel raises. So if you need to hold on, you can, but you're just going to go up on your toes and come back down. Nice and slow and controlled again. You're standing up nice and tall, trying to keep your legs mostly straight throughout the entire exercise. So let's go ahead and begin. Lift up and slowly come down. Part of the work of this exercise is that you're controlling the movement. You're coming down nice and slow and controlled. Still standing up tall. I want you to be looking straight ahead rather than down at your feet. You should start to feel this in your calf muscles. You might feel it in your ankles a little bit, maybe your feet as well. If you can't get your heels up very high, that's okay. The idea is as you build strength, you'll be able to get those heels higher off the floor. Just a little bit longer here. Give me one more. And relax. Okay, you can shake out those legs a little, holding on if you need to. Hopefully those calves are feeling like they're being worked. Now we're doing the same thing, but we're lifting our toes up. This is one where you might feel like you're falling back a little, so please hold on if you feel like you need to. But let's begin. Just lift the toes up and slowly come down. Just lifting the toes up right now. If your hips come back a little, that's normal, that's okay. It's just your body trying to counteract the balance. Try to maintain that upright posture. Keep working a little bit longer. Give me one more. And relax. Okay, awesome job with that one. Now we're combining those two into heel to toe rock. So you're going to go up on your toes and lean back on your heels. Back and forth at whatever pace you are comfortable with. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Up on the toes and lean back. Slowly rocking back and forth, working the calves as well as just to the outside of our shin bones as we go back on the heels. Not going for speed here, just about good form. A little bit longer here. I know those calves may be a little tired. We're almost done with these. And stop. Okay, you can shake out those legs a little if you need to. Nice job with that one. Now we're going to make it a little bit more dynamic with our forward and backward movement. So all we're going to do on this one is you're going to step forward with the right foot, forward with the left foot, back with the right, back with the left. So just think forward, forward, back, back. We're going to start with the the right side, and then I'll tell you when we're going to switch and lead with the left foot. So standing tall, looking straight ahead the entire time. Let's begin. Right foot forward, left foot forward. Right foot back, left foot back. Forward, forward, back, back. Making sure that you're picking up your feet. Just marching forward and back. You're standing tall. You're looking straight ahead. You're practicing picking up the feet rather than dragging them. Okay, let's get back to our starting position. Now we're going to do the same thing with the left foot first. Just switch it up, make our brain think a little bit. Okay, so same thing, left foot forward, right foot forward, left foot back, right foot back. Here we go, forward, forward, back, back. Holding on as you need to, going at whatever pace you're comfortable with. Picking up your feet, standing up tall. Your feet aren't going anywhere, we don't need to look down at our feet. Almost there. And let's go back to the starting position. Okay, awesome job. You made it through our dynamic balance exercises for the day. We're going to do some more stretching now. Get nice and stretched out, feel good, especially those muscles that we were just kind of working on, including our calves. So that's what we're going to start with. You can use your chair. What I want you to do is hold on to the back, bring your right foot back, pressing that right heel into the floor, using that chair for a little bit more of a stretch. Your left leg's bent and your right leg is straight. Feel the stretch in your right calf. Remembering to keep the shoulders down and back. Okay, bring that right foot up. Now bring your left foot back. So your right leg's bent, your left leg is straight. Pressing that left heel into the floor. Keeping the chest out and the shoulders down and back. Looking straight ahead. Okay, you can bring that foot forward. I'm sure that feels good after working on those heel raises and all of that stuff. Now I want the chair on your right side. So you're holding on with your right hand. Bring your left leg behind the right leg. The weight is mostly on the left leg. Stick your hips out to the right. Reach over with your left hand towards the right. Really reaching, elongating your body. Get that stretch all along the left side of your body. Keeping that right shoulder relaxed as you're resting on the chair. And bring it back to center. Now go ahead and get the chair on your left side. Bring your right leg behind the left leg. Weights on the right leg. Stick your hips out to the right. Bring your right arm over and across your body. Again, getting the stretch this time on the right side of the body. And bring it forward or back to center. Now we're going to go on to our seated stretches. So go ahead and have a seat in your chair. I would suggest sitting a little bit more towards the front of your chair. Sitting forward, you're going to bring your right leg out straight, heels down, toes up towards the ceiling, hands on your left leg, and just lean forward slightly until you feel that gentle stretch in the back of your leg. Shoulders are away from your ears. You're just bending at the waist. You're not actually leaning forward. You're keeping the chest out. Good. Now bring that right leg in. Left leg is out straight. Hands on the right leg. Left toes are up towards the ceiling. And just lean slightly forward until you feel that stretch. If your hamstrings are pretty tight, you may not be able to lean forward very far, and that is okay. The idea is hopefully you'll gain some flexibility from this. But if you are a little bit more flexible, you may be able to lean a little bit more forward into the stretch, but we're just going for a gentle stretch, whatever that feels like for you. Go ahead and bring it up. You can bend both knees now. You're going to sit back in your chair. We're actually going to do some ankle circles. So bring your legs out straight, and you're going to do some ankle circles in one direction. It doesn't matter if you want to go opposite directions or if your feet are going the same direction. Whatever feels natural for you. And go ahead and switch directions. Now do some ankle pumps up and down. This is just helping with some ankle mobility. And relax. Okay, now sitting up nice and tall. Bring those hands out to your side. Pull back, bring the chest up, looking up slightly toward the ceiling, and feel the stretch in your chest and a little bit in the front of your arms. The shoulders down. And go ahead and relax. Now just roll those shoulders back a few times. Okay, keep those shoulders down and back. You're going to look over your right shoulder, hold it briefly, and slowly rotate to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Feeling a gentle stretch in kind of the back side of your neck. Coming back to the right side. And once more to the left before bringing it back to center. Once you get back to center, keep your shoulders facing straight and just bring one ear to your right shoulder, or your right ear to your right shoulder. Okay, back to center. Now your left ear to your left shoulder. Bring it back to center. Tuck your chin to your chest. Roll your head to one side and then roll to the other side just in the front of your body. Get a nice stretch throughout the neck as we move through the motion. And bring it back to center. Last but not least, we're just going to finish off with our couple of deep breaths. So sit up nice and tall, relax your upper body. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So let's go ahead and inhale and exhale. One more big deep breath in and exhale. And relax your body. Awesome job today. You made it through week 1, day 2. Thanks for joining me again today.